Welcome back, season 2, everybody. We are super excited. Man, hockey, it's starting up again.
I know, it feels like
Dude.
it was just yesterday we were doing this. We're watching the cup final and everything.
When I was going through, our list of everything, I was like, dude, we kind of screwed up because last year we jumped right into the trades and we were going through all the trades. And
a lot.
On TikTok and stuff. Now it's like, we'll do some highlights. And I think that everyone here in South Dakota has loved those.
Yes.
We had some good support on that. But yeah, dude, so it was just kind of weird. And yeah, we're back right into it.
Yeah.
And we got a month and season starts.
Exactly. So. Yeah, preseason starts here pretty soon, I think. With some of the games, I know the guys are getting practice squads. They're all getting in and everything. So guys are already hitting the ice.
I know. I'm very pumped. We usually start with Carter Sanderson. He's already practicing. They got a game coming up pretty quick. They might do some preseasons, I think. We're going to jump into some guys that are playing some AAA that I've coached last year and that I know are now out there. I think some guy named, I can't remember his last name, but name's Cody Brandon Valley. He's with, I believe he's with Gillette, with AP, Aiden Pottsmith. I don't know. I can't.
Pottsmith?
Yeah, it's a tough one. That's why we call him AP. And then I believe Jackson Danielson and Parker Denny are both out at the Rapid City Sabres. So we'll keep an eye on those guys. And if we are missing anybody, let us know. We want to keep track of how these guys are doing and where they can
especially South Dakota born guys. Whenever you guys go on there, just let us know. Keep an eye on you guys. Highlight you guys, whatever you're doing for your clubs and all that.
Yeah, so we're excited for that. Again, we're super excited. We're to see Carter. We're gonna go watch him in Sioux Falls this year.
We're waiting for tickets to go on sale.
Yeah, we're waiting. Actually, the next couple days, hopefully.
Yes.
So we'll figure out that. We don't know if we're gonna do a video of that. I think we might, but we're pretty excited about that to go watch him. And
excited to meet him in person. Just kind of see him through the screen, so to see how big he is, and see how it is, like, from another guy's perspective of going in the corner is what you're dealing with. So you're going in there.
So we're very excited about that. I am not coaching this year. So that means more live stream coming for you guys.
It's unfortunate, but for me, I'm like, yes. So we're behind there.
Yeah, we are very excited about that. I'm excited about it. I'm, to focus on this channel, seeing all the support from you guys. It's means a lot. So it's like, let's jump into it as much as possible. So we're probably going to stream a lot of Aberdeen Cougars.
That's because it's here at home.
Yeah, it's here at home.
We know that we can do it, so it's just easier.
Yep. And so then we want to still do some bingo nights, watch maybe a peer game, or I know Rapid has some things as well. Brookings has a live stream for their game. So we can definitely try to do something like that. I know Sioux Falls has some as well. So try to do a bingo game and whatnot. And then hopefully maybe we can try to get in a South Dakota game of the week where we travel somewhere.
Yeah.
We've talked about that, but we haven't really concrete yet. Again, the schedule hasn't even came out, so we couldn't really make a thing happen on that yet. But we are very excited on that point that we can live stream a little bit more games for you guys and get some content that way as well out there.
Yeah, because additionally with the boys, we want to start doing the girls as well.
Yes.
And so that's another thing too, is that we'll be doing live streaming those games as well. Here at home at least.
Yeah.
And so
we're excited. We want to showcase the girls this year as much as possible as well. So if there's any clips out there you ladies have, I know we've done some already on this off season. That was very exciting. Not double, but 5 overtime goal.
Watching that game
for a championship.
Was crazy.
That's crazy. That was fun. I was on the edge of my seat.
Yes.
We're very excited on that. But yeah, we got to jump into the NHL.
Yeah.
I guess before we jump in, what we're going to be doing. So this week we are talking about the Western Conference. So we are going to go to Pacific and Central divisions, and then we'll talk about them. We'll go every other week. We're going to do an episode pretty much 2 episodes a month, but every other Tuesday or every other Wednesday, we will come out with a video. So this week will be Western. Next week will be the Eastern. And then the third week we have our video out is going to be our predictions. Our predictions are going to be what we think the Western or what each division is going to look like, and then what the Western and Eastern Conference is going to look like. And then we're also going to put in there what we believe what the boy varsity standings are going to be as well this year. Since I don't need to be biased at all, with the Cougars, of course, we're going to be maybe a little biased, but just taking what we know from last year and kind of what we know what's happening around the league.
Yeah.
We're going to do that. And then hopefully next year we can add the girls in because now we're going to be focusing on them as well. So we're very excited on that. So stay tuned. In a couple episodes, we will be showcasing what we believe it will be.
I haven't seen his. He's seen mine.
Yeah,
He's seen all mine. I've got mine all completed.
I haven't done mine. And that's just because I'm lazy.
Yeah, I've looked up and I know it's like because I was trying to see if they could tell if seniors had left, what teams majority of seniors left, and what teams gonna be younger. But you couldn't tell, so I just went based off last year in matchups.
Yeah,
and how teams played each other. So
very true, man. That's how you never know.
Yeah, it's hard. It's tough for some of those teams. You don't know.
And then the last thing I will say on that is, I lost it though. Oh man, shoot. Yeah, shoot, I forgot. What was it, dude? Anyways.
It'll come back.
Yeah, we'll come back like halfway through the episode.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. Remember when we're talking about South Dakota hockey? But, yes. Now I remembered it. So I did a thing on Instagram about what you guys wanted to see. We got a few answers. One was maybe doing a men's league vlog.
Yes.
We've seen that. One that we really liked was player interviews, South Dakota player interviews.
Yes.
I'm not sure how that all works out, but I guess, we have had Carter came on. He did great. So we might see that down the road, maybe during the season, get a few guys here and there. We'll see what happens.
We don't know if we would do them like after games. I think
I'm thinking like having them on.
Yeah, I don't know if they were thinking maybe like doing it after games, like live.
Yeah.
But for that aspect, I don't think like we'll be doing that as of yet. Maybe in the coming future, the next year or two. But for what we do with Carter, that should easily be doable.
And and Carter's a very professional guy, and I hope you guys look up to him.
Yeah.
Even though maybe some of you guys are about the same age.
Yeah. Right. But
looking at he comes in here very respectful.
Yes.
And he gives us great answers, and
he's been through the media training, so he knows how to talk.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying we're media, but he knows how to talk and how do all that stuff like outside, to portray a good image and all that. He does a great job at it.
So
very respectful.
So I'm just hesitant on that because, I know when we were doing some questionnaires, there was a little bit of, sarcasm here and there and trying to get me to do something. I understand that.
You're going to get that.
Yeah. So I just don't know, if we got to just find kids that we respect, I guess, to have on here. And
you're going to take it serious.
Take it serious. So, of course, we got a few. I know. I won't say anybody. I think you guys kind of can know. I know a guy from Rapid, Yankton, I would like to talk with.
Yeah, there's a couple players.
There's a couple from Sioux Falls that would be nice to talk to. So even Pierre, even talking to like coaches would be even fun too.
It'd be nice to get just an understanding on how they like maybe like I don't know if they want to say it, but like how they run their practices and just how they develop or how they come up through their systems, because we only know Aberdeen.
Yep.
And how they come up for their systems, and we don't really know much about any of the other places. So it'd be cool to hear how that is.
And I still want to coach, in the future, and so even to hear some of that and what they do, it'd be nice. I know even last year at State, Rapid got there I think a day early, and they had a practice, and so it's kind of I went over and I sneak peek at what they were doing, and there's just a nice flow drills, and so. You kind of can take away from that stuff, but Reeder out there as a coach, he's played in the AHL, dude, or the ECHL, and so he knows
what it takes.
He knows what it takes, and that's why Rapid is very good from the last couple of years. So,
where they're at.
But let's get into it. NHL. Let's get into what happened this offseason.
Not much.
Not as much as you think.
It was what they were supposed to, what they were projecting.
Yes.
They had said it was going to be a wild offseason. It was going to be like the NBA or NFL type of, just like people going everywhere, people grabbing everything. But really, no one, and at least like top 6-wise, moved anywhere. It was mostly depth picks or not even. It was just like 2-way contracts.
Well, and let's just, get right into it because the biggest trade that happened was with the Vegas Knights, right? Mitch Marner is now a Vegas Knight. And I'll have to, this was going to be interesting because I just read, it just came out that now into the Stanley Cup playoffs, you have to be under the cap. Yes. So the cap hit now affects a lot, and that is now going to affect Las Vegas.
They have to submit their roster prior to it, right?
Yep.
Because that's the new CBA or whatever it was, the agreement they became.
Yep. So now they're on the border there. So
there's a couple teams that are going to be like this.
Yeah, so it's going to be very interesting on what happens, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see because it's going to make it more challenging. Yeah, because take Florida last year, Matthew didn't play until the playoffs came. So
it's going to look close like this year as well because he won't be able to play until midway through the season with that because he has that surgery.
Exactly,
so he's already out until already through halfway through the season.
Yeah, so it's going to be very interesting. So what we're going to be looking at here is we have first overall, or their first overall, right? In the
division.
In the division, not in the league, but in the division. You have their record. They won 50 last year, lost 22, lost 10 in overtime or a shootout for 110 points. They're a plus 56 team. Freaking crazy.
Yeah, for goal differential.
Really good at home at 29-9-3, 21-13-7 away. Power play, again, second in the league, 26 on penalty kill. That's something they got to look at. But when you have a power play in the top 10, you're going to have a deep run in the playoffs, which I would say, for the team they had, not bad.
No. It kind of came out. They struggled a little bit in the playoff, not as much, they weren't the same dominant as they were for when they had their cup runs and when they won the Stanley Cup and prior, playoff appearances. I think that was the age that showed because with Minnesota, when we saw coming into the playoffs, we thought that they would, kind of even roll over Minnesota. Didn't think Minnesota really had much of a shot, but they stayed in with them. But then when it came to Edmonton's speed and everything, just blew them out the water. And so that's one thing that I think they were trying to go is maybe to go a little young and then picking up Mitch. That's just going to add so much offensive power.
They also they did a nice trade for Nashville. And I like this trade for both. I do think, we can go look at their lines. I do think here the Knights are very, very good at defensively.
Even without Pietrangelo.
Yes, even without them, they're solid. They are. So getting away from Noah, right? I believe it was Noah. Who do they get rid of? Nicholas. Getting rid of Nicholas to Nashville. I think that works both for both teams. They have Sissons. That's going to be a solid pie. It doesn't have to be in the bottom. He'll be a bottom 6. Doesn't have to be in the way bottom. Again, Smith comes back for a year. This probably will be his last year, unless he has a great, crazy year. But as of right now, that's just kind of what it's looking like for not Nashville, but for the Knights. With a few guys even Hunton as a backup D. It's a good pickup for them. Or I guess he's been there for a while, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see if they can continue. I think last year it was a big I had them way down last year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think I will say this surprise compared to in this division, I don't think they were really projected no more than 4. I think they were projected to be a wild card guy, and they just blew out that park. So, but yeah, it's going to be a big test for Mitch Marner. He's got to produce just like he does in the regular season, but now
playoffs.
Now playoffs.
I think that's the biggest thing. That's what they're looking for.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. I don't know. I'm excited. I think they got a good goaltender. They're right there. They're right there. I don't see a bad thing on this roster. Again, the age is maybe a little thing. Yeah, you add Mitch, but it's an older team. But this team knows how to win, and that's what is exciting.
Yeah. I'm pretty. The Knights should have another good year this year. and another good shot at a cup run.
100%. 100%. All right, let me just make sure. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Okay. Now to my Canes. Doesn't matter if you're second or third, you're playing each other. So, woohoo, we won second. Very good. I think we were the best team at home at 31-6-4 this year. Yep. 17-19-5 away. You know, could have been better. 48-25-9 with 105 points, and 44 even. Or plus, I guess.
Yeah.
Power play was very tough for them. Penalty kills always going to be on the top 10 for the LA Kings every year. Power play is just, it's tough, especially when you go up against Edmonton in the playoffs. It's you gotta capitalize on that, and we just didn't do that. So power play needs to get better. Again, I think I talked about that last year. So yeah, GM gets fired.
I mean, that was a given.
Yeah, that was gonna. You know, I know Rob. You know, he had his chances, and we're thankful for him. Yeah, gosh, I really want to get into that.
I mean, I'd say just skip over the GM, but talk about what do you think about the Spence going to Ottawa for picks? For picks, not even a player. I mean, yeah, you get a player in the picks, obviously, but none of them there. I think they were all late round picks.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's already ready to play.
When we get to Ottawa, I'm very excited for Ottawa because of this. Jordan Spence. You look at Cody Ceci, because that's technically who he plays is Jordan Spence.
Yeah.
It's not good. The Kings are too worried about left wing, right wing on defense. It should not matter. Play hockey and learn. That's what it's all about. The Copeland signing, I'm happy with that. Corey Perry, fine, okay. We're going to the finals just because we have Perry,
right,
okay?
You're not gonna win it, but
right. Coots, we signed him, extend him for another year. Hopefully, we can have enough space to sign him. That Cody Ceci deal, I think Holland is just obsessed with him.
Yeah.
Because he just gave him a deal that does not reflect anything. It just doesn't reflect anything. Like, it's just he's not worth that money, I guess, from what I've seen, and just statistics wise, he's not that player that's going to take us over the edge, because we lose Jordan, and we lose what's his name to the Rangers. Gosh, I can't even remember, but we lose those two for Cody Ceci. It just doesn't add up. Now this does open up the Brent Clark. I think he's gonna have a bigger leash. He's gonna be able to do what he needs to do.
Yeah, bigger role this year.
But I would love to see. You know, we have a lot of older defensemen that I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. That Jordan Spence, it sucks to see him go, because I'm thinking what's going to happen is he's going to turn into like a Brock Faber, and he's just going to have a crazy year this year, and he's just going to go off. That's how I see it.
Interesting. I wonder if they got, or they were looking for picks because maybe of Kopitar, it's a possibility of being his last year.
Yeah. So yeah, if you look at Andre Kempe here, 73, he's going to probably lead us again this year. I'm going to say he's going to get up to probably a point per game player. He was pretty darn close, but he's definitely going to be a point per guy again. Kopitar, he's 30 some years old. Let's see, we can check right here. He's 37 years old, and he's at 67 points. Like this, he's going to end up probably with another 60 some points this year, and now he's going to probably retire, and it's going to be like a Joe, Pavelski type thing.
Yeah.
Joe had like a 60-some year point game his last year, and he ended up retiring, which is fine. But with Anze, it's going to be up to him, but he's going to want to be a King forever.
Yep.
So if we don't extend him for another year, which he's already, he's at $7 million at the end of his thing. So cool. I don't really care, dude. No thanks. Oh my gosh. But so at the end of the year, he's not going to be making that. Why is it like this?
I don't know.
Why are you the way that you are? Trying to connect. There we go. Get that out of there. Sorry, guys. But to see Anze leave, it's going to suck.
It's gonna hurt. I mean, because it was hard watching Dustin Brown retire.
Yeah, now it's gonna be him, and then it's gonna be Drew, and then you got rid of Quick, and it's just.
I know that's the main four that we've known growing up. From all the Cups and everything. It's just like it's crazy to see that it's a new era.
Yep. So, but yeah, Anze, I'm gonna say it's gonna be his last year unless we do sign him to another like a 2-year thing.
But the way he was talking, he already quoted. Like I said, the other day we were talking, like he already brought up, retirement. It being like he already is thinking about it.
Yeah, because I think everyone knows this is his last year on this contract.
Yeah, but usually guys don't say stuff like and they're like oh I don't like Obi for example when he says like, I haven't even thought about that yet. I'm like that's at least reassuring, but like Kopitar, what he said, it was just like yeah you're done. It was like oh yeah this is definitely your last year.
Like, excuse me.
Back again,
trying to kill us.
I don't know. Just turn on whatever it says.
Turn on, but then
turn on offline access.
Oh, this ain't good. I clicked on that. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good. Okay. Well, that's fine if that doesn't go away, guys. Right? Yeah, we're good. Okay. So.
Then they remember though they have that Rittich is not there anymore, so that backup. I mean, he wasn't that good.
Yeah, backup's
going. Copley is coming
in. Actually, let's look. Forsberg. We picked up Forsberg as well.
Oh, that's okay.
That we also got that out of the trade.
Mm-hmm.
We got Forsberg out of that Ottawa trade. So
looking at Bumper doesn't get hurt.
Yeah.
Again.
So looking at lines in general,
dismiss it.
Oh my gosh! Hopefully I didn't screw anything up. So looking at the lines, okay. So first, this Henliness is not going to be center. Amaria, we picked him up in, or we signed him. He was Montreal.
Yeah.
So we signed him to a 2-year deal. He will be our center. We are going to have the best top centers in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. But our PK should be, again, probably top 2. He's great at as a center or on the PK in general. So is Phillip and so is Kopitar.
Mm.
I think they're going to lean off Kopitar just so he can have more time on the ice on just 5-on-5 and give Phil and Amari a chance to be that on the PK.
Mm.
So I'm going to be okay with that. This is about right. What the lines are at right now is about right. Perry will be at the 4th line. He'll probably be moved around a bunch, just like he did in Edmonton.
Especially come playoff time, I'm sure he'll move up. Definitely second.
Our press box guys that are kind of on the edge, Thompson for sure. He probably won't see much, but if Turcotte can stay healthy, he would be great at center.
Mm-hmm.
To have him, Perry, and Amari together would be amazing. I love that. A big guy, though, to watch out for is going to be 55 Byfield because 55 is supposed to take a place for number 11.
Mm-hmm.
So our forward group is I believe, is really, really good. They play great together. I'd love to see 12 more get a better season this year. And same with LaFerriere. He should have a breakout season as well.
Yeah, since he just re-signed that.
Yep. So defenseman is where I don't like. Edmondson, Dumoulin. We got Dumoulin as well. We signed him. And CC. Those 3 is just kind of like, come on. So I don't know if that's going to be exactly right. Anderson and Doughty definitely will be a paired group.
Yep.
But yeah, that Edmondson, even Browse over here, Broies or whatever. Look at these. These guys are all in their 30s now. Doughty, I know 35, but Doughty's a stud no matter what.
Yep.
So we're not getting younger. We're getting older on D. Yeah, more experience, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. But defensively, I think if stuff's not working out, we're going to have to look for that.
Move on.
But that's what sucks is our D. Again, Spence, we didn't – even if we kept Spence and got CC, nah, I'd still have to get rid of CC. 4.5 for 4 years. Oh, that's just too much, man. But if we got, we picked up Dumoulin, if we had him and Cody CC, Jordan Spence together, I would love that. I would have been happy with that. But
you have a mix at least a few half young, half old.
Yeah. So.
Because I mean, Anderson's 26, so Clark.
So yeah, and just
Clark and Spencer.
We have Anderson for 8 years for 4-1. Like that's a steal.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to replace Doughty. But then so the thing is, our scout team is one of the best in the leagues, always have been. So I'm always okay with that. But to win now, Cody Ceci wasn't.
You never
the guy.
give your prospects a chance. I feel like though.
That's because we do so good picking those guys that we don't have an opportunity.
Just use them as a trade asset.
So
really.
Honestly, I would say for forwards, there's one spot available, and there's a few guys that have that opportunity. There's even a guy, Green something.
But the training camp's not over yet, so they haven't actually solidified their main roster.
Yeah.
So I mean the fourth and third lines, and those like the 7th and 8th D or 6th, 7th D or whatever, they could change.
So I'm excited. It's gonna be a fun year. But yeah, it's gonna be something.
It's gonna be tough.
Okay, so the team that knocked us out, Edmonton, even probably another fun team to watch for because of a contract, right?
Yeah, next year at least, for sure.
So 3rd overall in their division, 48-29-5 with 101 points, plus 23. Home record and away record about the same. They're looking good there. Power play, PK, 11-16. Again, power play was a little bit better, I believe, in the playoffs.
Yep.
Because it's scary. So their big things they did this year, they extension Trent for 8 years. Let's see.
Bouchard was 6 as well.
I just want to see. Yeah, Frederick was 3.8. Not so about $4 million for 8 years. Not terrible. They signed.
Well, we can stay healthy.
Yeah. Signed
Mangiapane,
for
from
2
the
years.
Caps. Took them off free agency. Kind of disappointed, but it was needed because we got young guys.
Yep. A big one. A big trade for the prospect.
That's why I put it up there.
Yeah, they have Isaac Howard for Sam O'Reilly. Sam O'Reilly was supposed to be a top. Well, they both are. Both would be great prospects. They just switched them. I believe it was that Isaac Howard.
Yes.
Didn't want to play in Tampa.
Yeah, because he wanted to. I think he wanted to play right away. And, obviously Tampa's got a stupid stacked roster. So, good luck getting down there in the next couple of years. So, it's just, I think that was the whole situation was that he wants to be able to hit the ice right away, but
exactly.
No opportunity.
Kane got traded to the Canucks for some salary cap openings.
Yeah, I think it was future consideration.
Yep. Same with Arvidsson, traded to the Bruins.
Yep.
And then extended Evan Bouchard for sure.
Yeah, that Kane and Arvidsson are basically just like getting rid of a little bit of depth.
Yep. So here's the sad part, right? So your best 2 guys, again, we said this last year, both 100-point guys, and your next forward at half of that.
Yep. Nugent Hopkins.
Not good. They need more.
It was bad. They needed so much. Like, they carried that team for the regular season. And then when the playoffs came, they had, some guys stepped up and, helped out somewhat. But, I mean, those 2, it's ridiculous what they could do.
This guy right here, Zach Hyman, did not
shell.
He was put on a shelf and was not a factor at all. Again, Leon, 71 games at 106 points. Dude, if he had an 82 game season, like
with McDavid had 100 points. That's 7 games.
Like, that's just crazy.
Less games played.
That's crazy, dude. So again, they don't have to worry they'll be in the playoffs.
Correct.
But again, it's gonna be. Let's just look at it. It's gonna be the goalies, Skinner and Picker. They got to figure something out there. Skinner's 26 years old.
Both on contract years.
Yeah, so it's going to be big for them. I like their defense. Their defense is really stacked, honestly. I know people are giving crap about Nurse, but, I don't know. I like him playing with Wallman. Wallman's on a contract year. I think he will – same with Kulik. Kulik will – so – a lot of guys on contract years.
And you got to sign with somebody next free season.
Yeah. Who? Yeah, the best in the biz right now.
Yep, best in the league.
So I've seen some crazy things, but I've already heard, the best place for Connor is the Kings.
Yeah.
And if that does happen, you know how crazy that would be. I know, but I'm just saying.
I know.
Like this, like
we all say that.
How history repeats itself.
Yeah, I know. The great one going from
the great
to LA.
The great 99 moves, great 97 can move as well. So
I mean,
I don't know.
I guess we've seen it once. There's no reason to see it twice.
Exactly. So my big thing with Connor McDavid is I want to see a contract before the trade deadline. I don't know. There needs to be a contract before playoffs or even halfway point. If not, I don't think that it's going to get one done. Look at this. They're at 14 mil with Draisaitl. Yeah. They have 10 million in Richard, another 10 in Nurse.
Yeah, I don't know how much they have. And I know the cap's going to go up,
but not that much.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough. If it's going to go up enough. So that just means that someone's got to go. Something's got to push.
Yeah. So what big guy's going to go? Why not Nurse? But you're not going to.
No, I mean, if anything, you're freeing up at least a little bit of depth on the forwards, I guess. And so I would look at it. That's like, well, if you just don't re-sign Henrique, that's $3 million off.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
So, two guys I do like to watch for, younger guys. Yeah, Savoy and Howard. Yeah. Watch those two guys kind of pipe. Well, honestly, one probably will play with Draisaitl and one will maybe play with McDavid. So I think they got a lot of young guys they can incorporate. I would, if I was them, I would start with Howard and Savoy playing with one of them, because if you can play with the best guys and keep going, you're gonna make them better. So
yeah,
I'm excited for this. Again, I do think with McDavid and Draisaitl, you're kind of golden, but the goaltender is where it's gonna hurt. They got to figure it out what they want to do.
We'll see. Maybe if they make a move during the season of what Colorado did, in offloading both their goalies. And getting in both the Woods, Wedgwood and Scott, and Blackwood, whatever. And you see what they. I mean, Blackwood looks like he's going to be a bona fide starter now with how he played in playoffs with Colorado, and that was his first playoff series he's ever had to play. And he's young, and so I think that it worked for Colorado. Maybe Edmonton tries to do something like that as well. I don't know.
Yeah,
but that's goalies, and right now it's hard to find a good one. It's really hard.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I know the Kings have some good goaltenders in there that are coming up. But if
you're gonna play with these guys, they need to be playoff ready.
Exactly. All right, we got to get along, man. I know, it's easy to go with the top teams here, but so Calgary, 4th overall team that surprised me for sure. They went 41-27-14 for 96 points, minus 13. Power play and PK, not the best. Power play, not terrible, but again, that needs to be better. And then just playing away needs to be better as well.
Yep.
They signed
Coronado for 7 years.
You're so good at that.
Yeah, Adam Klapka, 2-year contract. Kirkland for 1 year. Re-signed Morgan Frost from the Flyers.
I like that.
And then extended Kevin Ball for 6 years. Yep. But if you want to go to the roster quick,
go right there.
That right defense, that Anderson. Now, he needs to be re-signed, and there's talk that I don't think that a deal is going to get done.
Yeah,
I know. I saw the quote. I think it was Kevin Ball, saying that he was even saying they don't look like he's not going to be able to play with his partner come season, because right now I think they still need to get a sign. They still need to get before the season even starts. And it doesn't seem like he might be getting re-signed, so I don't know. He could be moving on somewhere else. So that's a top D guy right there. Getting that. So team could easily want anybody needs.
Exactly. So if you can get rid of him for some good forwards, or even I don't care.
If anything, I would. You want to trade. You want to obviously bring in assets. So you don't want to let him walk.
Exactly.
For that. And so you need to at least get something back into it. And so that, I think Rasmus Anderson, he could be on the move here.
Yep.
At some time here.
Yep. Other than that, though, I really like their guys. I hope they keep going. I think hopefully Wolf can.
We'll see how he does the second year.
Yeah, he's also a contract year, but
he'll get signed.
He'll get signed
no
for sure.
Doubt. They don't have another. Yeah. They traded off Ladder. Later's gone, so now it's just up to Wolf, and so they have no other really. That's their guy. He's young, 24 years old. You couldn't have asked for a better situation for Wolf to come into. Yeah,
I think their top guys just need to be top guys. Huberdeau needs to get it together. His last couple of years just hasn't clicked.
Ever since he's been
traded
from Florida. He's kind of it's taken him a few. But last year I think was his best year with them.
Yeah, let's see. And he went 62 points.
Yeah, 20
he needs.
goals.
I think he needs to be. He needs to be positive. Again, I think everyone was almost negative.
Correct.
You got McKenzie here that was good, but
for the most part they need to lock up on but defensively.
Yeah. So, but the big thing, their top guys need to get at least 80 some points this year to get them into that playoff contention.
It was close. They about made it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I like them as very well. I like the signing of Frost again.
They're deep and they're not too old. They're about average and young.
In 36, age. 34. You got
that's
a few guys
right there, but I mean, they're mid-20s.
Yeah.
20s.
So very exciting for having 4th overall in this division. That's very, very good. Vancouver, the biggest shock probably of them going all the way down to even 5th.
One of the biggest disappointments this season.
Vancouver went 38-30 with 14, 90 points, minus 17. Home record, just not what you want to see. 17-6-8 and away at 21-14-6. Do all the trades and all that stuff because
I got this.
Yeah.
They traded Silovs to the Penguins, and so that which was he got moved down when Demko came back, and he got moved down to AHL and won the whatever their cup's called. He won the championship for the AHL with their AHL team, and so obviously he's going to get picked up, and he's going to the Penguins because they traded away their goalie, and they have obviously goalie problems. They've had goalie issues for this last year, a couple years, and so then the other one, they acquired Evander Kane from the Oilers for a 4th round pick, re-signed Connor Garland, which is big, and re-signed Demko, which I was kind of shocked by that because since he was the injuries and everything like that, and you just had Silovs who won, and he boasted like a 2-point something. Right? He was crazy in the playoffs. He was unstoppable in the playoffs for the I know it's AHL, but those are still NHL guys, really. And so I was interested or shocked at the fact that they kept Demko instead of keeping Silovs. But they re-signed Demko, so he's staying along with Lincoln, and then re-signed Bosser, which was one of the people who was on for the free agency, who was a possibility of moving, one of the big signings that somebody could have grabbed. And a lot of teams were looking after and called for, but no one. They paid him. So and then they obviously fired Rick Tocchet, who is now the head coach of the Flyers.
Yes,
I believe it's the Flyers. And they hired Adam Foote, who where did he coach before? I can't remember where he coached before, but he is a prior NHL coach as well.
So very. They
just re-signed. Those are guys that could have been on the move.
Well, look at the 3 they re-signed, right? Yeah. Connor, right at their top 3 guy at 50 points. Same with Brock at 50. It's just the negative, and again, that's has to do sometime with your goaltending.
But I think it was really the stuff that was on the outside noise.
Big thing with Quinn Hughes and with Miller, and it's just a bunch of stuff.
They need Peterson, Elias, EP40.
Yeah.
He needs, now with all that outside noise, JT Miller's gone. You got a full offseason, should be healthy, didn't make playoff. You had so much rest. It's got to be healthy by now. Your headache is gone, whatever you want to say. And and they've done this all for you, man. So now is your time to really get it out, get your head out of your ass and really buckle down and really have a better season this year, because that's going to be like a main point for them being able to at least make the playoffs or at least becoming a contender.
Do they really have 3 Pedersons on the team?
Yes, they do. It was if you go on there, they might have 4. I'm not even joking, and they're all Elias. They're all Elias.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
And they're not related. They're all dead. They're not like brothers either.
Really?
Yeah. That's just a really common name over. I don't know if he's Swedish or Finnish.
But anyways, looking at their whole roster, I'm not upset with it. But they again, I think it was that outside noise that really screwed this team up.
Because there was the team, wherever the media went, you heard Rangers, these guys. It was all they all tanked. They all fell in the standings. They were not. They just didn't. Didn't play as well as they usually play.
Yeah,
we all know them to play.
Yep. So if I think if Demko can stay healthy, this could be a team like Vegas last year where no one really gave them a lot of props and they just shoot up.
Mm-hmm.
So
then they pick up Kane. They pick up Kane. So I mean, when it comes playoff time. If they make the playoffs, like that's a possibility for because I mean, he is it's a light switch.
Yeah, I don't know if I would see him on line 2. I could see him maybe a third.
Yeah, I think third or fourth. Garland would move up to line 2 at least.
So, but something to watch.
He might even move down to the 4th line and he should play with Sherwood because Sherwood, I think he led the league in hits. Yeah, so like both those guys
would be fun
on
to
a
watch.
4th line. That'd be a gritty line.
Yeah,
and they could have the best a goalie tandem in the league with Lankinen and Demko. If Demko can stay healthy, that is. But Lankinen had an amazing season last year.
Yeah, I like it. Very nice. Edmonton, kind of a shocker that they got up to a 6 here.
It is.
35, 37, 10, almost 500. Mm-hmm. Not terrible. Pretty decent at home. Away, it could be a little bit better. Power play, worse in the league. That needs to be worked on, of course, and same with penalty kill.
Bad.
They went on a spree, man. You tell us what's going on here.
So the guy through the Chicago drama, the era of the Chicago drama, but also the era of the 3 cups, Kaner and Tays. Joe Quenneville is coming back to head coaching, so he's come back as to be their new head coach. It'll be interesting to see how he does. And then they pick up. I mean, I'm interested. This is going to be good. They get Chris Kreider from the Rangers for a 4th round pick, and for Gary Terrence. I'm not sure. And a 3rd round pick. And then this is the one where it would needed to be done. I'm surprised it didn't happen during the season. They trade Trevor Zegras to the Philadelphia Flyers for Ryan Poling in a 2nd round and a 4th round pick in 2026, 2025 and 2026. And then they acquire Mrazek from Detroit. That's the big one. From Mrazek from Detroit for John Gibson. So Gibson's gone finally because we were
talking about that was going to happen.
Yeah, we thought that would happen again during the season because the goalie market's very shallow.
Again, I thought Edmonton would be a hot shot for that.
There were talks, I think, but they broke apart. And so Gibson, he moves on to Detroit, and they get Mrazek to back up Dostal, who's going to have another fantastic year. I'm hoping for him. And so because they re-signed him for 5 years, so they lock him up. They signed Granlund, who was traded to Dallas last year, which is funny. So Dallas, they got CT and Granlund for the playoffs, and lose them in the offseason. So interesting for them. But so they get him for 3 years. That's gonna be a good pickup. And then they fired Greg Cronin for Joe Quenneville.
So for me, I love the hiring of the coach. Yeah, I know there's things going on.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not the same thing as like the Babcock situation.
Yeah.
When he tried to do it again. Hopefully Joel can. I think that's a great fit for him. I think he's gonna be hard on these young guys and they can really do some good. Trevor Zegras, as you can see, he's not even on the top 5.
He had a really bad year last. So, he was injured for like about half the season, if not.
Still,
but it was there is just no light in those eyes. There was nothing. It was just it's kind of sad.
Yeah, it sucks to see a guy that I think one he's in the NHL. He's a good player, but if you really think about it, other than his Michigan. And that sweet pass over the net, like there's really nothing more that I think he's really producing. But I hope his game does, skyrocket up now in Philadelphia. I think that's a good fit for him as well.
Going to play with his best buddy in there over there. So I mean,
they're already probably rooming and everything together. So I am excited. I'm excited to see this Anaheim team. I'm excited for this division. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but they could definitely push very close.
I think they could be what Calgary was last year.
Exactly.
And they could make things very interesting towards the end of the season.
Yep. So, but their big thing is going to be working on that power play and PK for sure. But looking at their lines, man, it's not terrible. I like Granlund. I could see Granlund maybe be playing up. Yeah, even Killorn. I forgot he's
still alive. Yeah. Man. There's some guys you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Still playing.
So even him and
OG King.
Where's Kreider? I don't see Kreider playing 3rd. I can see him going up playing.
He's going to be big. I think he'll be good for the power play.
Yep. I'm not mad. I think they did okay this off season. That compared to last year, they made some steps, older steps, but
looking at their
can't
D
really be
though,
mad.
look at the Gudas
Gudis,
year 3, Lacombe year 2,
Truba. So
year 3.
They're gonna have a tough team. It's just the bottom line. So they're gonna.
They got 3 goalies too. I don't know if they're gonna keep because Husso and Mrazek. So I'm not sure if
who's the big thing too, coach, right? Joel, when he coached the team Chicago and won those Stanley Cups, the big thing was physicality.
Yeah.
You got probably the 2 toughest defensemen on the team. Kreider's a tough guy. Like these older guys are the tough guys that are gonna. It's just gonna fit.
You just don't want them to hurt you in the box.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I really am. This is gonna be a fun team to watch. I've always liked Anaheim, which is funny because I'm a Canes fan. But I my first NHL game was at an Anaheim game, and I enjoy it. I really do. So I'm excited for them. Seattle, a team that had higher hopes, did not do as great as you thought. 35, 41, and 6, minus 18, about 500 at home, and then 17, 23, and 1 at away. Low end of power play and PK in the league, and again, go for it, man.
It's disappointing. Maybe acquire Mason Marchment from Dallas for some picks, which Dallas had to move. They had to move somebody. Somebody had to move, and Marchment was the guy. Better him than it was Robertson. So that's just a move they had to make. Then they get Joe Veleno from the Blackhawks so Burakovsky's moving on, going to Blackhawks, which that should help him out a little bit at least.
Yeah.
That should help Bedard out somewhat.
Yep.
Then they get Frederick Gaudreau from Minnesota for a 4th-round pick, and then they re-signed Kako they got last year in a trade with the Rangers.
Yep.
And then they signed Ryan Lindgren for 4 years, and then Dan Bylsma fired, and you hire Lane Lambert. So one of the many teams that fired their head coach. And, has a new head coach coming into the new season. So it's a big revamp for this team.
Yeah.
And McCann, I think could possibly be on the move as well during the season, because that was one of the guys who was talked about for a center for at least a winger for a pickup. That was last year, and so I think that's going to continue into this year.
Yeah. Again, I'm like,
on paper, it's not bad.
On paper, not bad. Lindgren, a good pickup.
Yep.
Montour needs to have you get all this money, play great in Florida. You need to show up this year. I don't even think he was even on the top 5.
No, but he's more of a stay-at-home kind of guy. So
he's not going to give you the points, but
that's the same as Lindgren though too. Lindgren's not much of an offensive defenseman.
Oleksky, whatever.
Oleksiak.
I like him. He was coming from Dallas. Even Stevens here on the outside, he's good. Hayden's not terrible either. So they got these. And again, I think this is about right. I think Wright's a young guy. He's going to play good.
Yep. I think that's 3rd year.
Bernie's a good guy. Yeah. So
they're all young. I mean, Bernie 22, Wright 21, Kakko 24. I mean, like those 3 are all young.
Yeah. So on paper, they look great. I just hopefully they can figure it out.
I think, it might have just been, it could have just been that coach just couldn't get him to buy in.
Yeah.
Enough. Because this team wasn't last year, but the one year they made the playoffs, and then the next year, they fell out. They fizzled out really bad. And so, I just had a really disappointing season last year. And a part of it was, goaltending was as bad. Grubauer had a very bad year, and Decord wasn't much better. But, that's something that he needs to pick back up. You're making $5.9 million. You need to have a better, way better year than you had last year. Because, if you go up to see how a .875, a 3.49 goals against. That is abysmal.
Yep. They just need to get better. Maddie, I like to see. Get back up there. Hopefully it was just an off season. And again, if Edmonton and Seattle here now, and even Calgary, it's gonna be, this division is gonna be a big challenge if everything, even what's connects. So it'll be interesting. All right, last one, San Jose, right?
Yeah, for this division.
Yeah, with this division. That's what's crazy. So San Jose, 8th in the league here, or in the division, 20, 50, and 12. Gosh, 20 games, that sucks. -105. Away sucked and home sucked as well. And power play and penalty kill.
We all knew.
Or is terrible.
Young freaking team.
But they, they're looking up, honestly.
The ceiling is high, I think,
yes.
for these guys.
Again, it's probably going to be the same year. They signed Jeff Skinner, Orloff, and extend X-Land. They acquired Shane Bowers, probably your favorite guy.
Yeah, right.
Probably related to him. And acquired another goaltender.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that's the goalie from Pittsburgh.
Yep. So not terrible. Macklin did great. Smith for their first couple years, that's years. Yeah, it's not bad. Like you're the negatives is what's gonna kill, but that's just gonna be a learning curve.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
But I like it. Like Ekland's, like Toffoli, I love. Smith will be good. Like all these guys are gonna be good, but they're just gonna be a learning curve. I like the Reeves signing. That's not terrible.
Helps protect the youngsters. That's gonna be the big one for
exactly.
That.
So,
and I don't know if Couture is gonna come off IR.
I think he's done, but we'll see. But yeah, Kleinberg, not like I'm just excited. I'm excited to see them hopefully not get completely last, but you never know.
Yeah, that's just basically is just to do. So they won 20 games last year. I think the goal now is to win 30.
Yeah, you got to win
10 more. Win 10 more games than what you did the year prior.
Yeah,
and then like half that plus minus.
Yeah,
or try to make it at least even somewhat, and then you just got to see like look at the freaking goalies like. You have Askarov now, who's going to be starting. He's gonna get the reins, but like that was a big problem. I mean, obviously they traded both their goalies away right away, but I just like they're trying to figure out the goalie situation, and 3 of those goalies are gone, and now Askarov is the last remaining one. He is the survivor.
Yeah,
and so then they trade, and then you get the one acquired from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see this young team again. They're fun. I like Mac and Smith are. They're fun, and just the stories that these two and Toffoli have, you find on Instagram, and it's just they're buddies, and that's just it's fun.
Yeah, hopefully they don't get broken up.
Hopefully not. All right, now we'll head over to the Central Division.
We'll take 5 minutes to get through this.
Yeah, so we're at about 51 minutes. Hey, I'm okay with that.
Terrible.
We'll be done.
I mean, last year that's what we did. We did a division each time.
Yeah.
We didn't do a conference in one.
Yep. So yeah, our first videos are always going to be longer, and that's just how it is. I'm just hoping our mics don't die. We should be okay.
That'll be fine.
That's why I'm checking it. That's why I'm clicking over here. It's just to make sure our mics are still going.
Why don't I look? I see yours still on. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Again, this is what's going to be fun. So yeah, I'll go through all that.
Yeah, you thought the Pacific was hard. Holy
this one's.
the top 4. Good luck.
So Winnipeg number 1 in this division, 56-22-4 with 116 with a plus 56 home record. Again, probably the second best. I said
second best because
Canes. The Canes were great. 37-4 and 26-15-0. Power play number 1. They are so much fun to watch, and penalty kill 13th. Awesome.
They're precise.
Yep.
Everything's just precision passing.
Yep. I want to say this first one. Jonathan Toews is back, and I'm super excited.
So weird in a Winnipeg Jet jersey though.
I saw it. He looked clean. Bro.
I know he looked clean, but it's just weird. You Blackhawks.
Yeah. Keep going.
All right. Yeah, I'll take over here. They re-signed Dylan Sandberg for 3 years. Re-signed Gabe Vilardi for 6 years. Those are 2 big signings that they needed to get done. And then they bring in Gustav Nyquist from the Wild for a year, Tanner Pearson for a year, and they sign our boy SD boy Walker Guler for 1 year.
Yep.
And so that's we're Jets fans now.
Yeah, we are. Vilardi, great signing. Should be a King still, but that didn't happen.
Need that center. Center depth.
I really, really like this team. I don't see them going down.
Without Ehlers, you're not going to replace him. Toews is not going to replace him. No, none of them on that roster is going to replace him. So you're going to hope for Adam Lowry to come back at some point, hopefully. But it's going to be hard to replace Ehlers.
It's going to be hard. But with Pearson and Nyquist, I think it was a great fit to replace one guy.
Yeah, for depth for playoff. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how they are. But the only other thing is that 37.
Yeah, they can't play him as much. I think they've learned that. Hopefully they learned that they can't play him as much. You don't need to win the President Trophy. You just got to be in. Yes. You got to be in there.
They need to take the route what Florida has done the last 2 years, and then what Tampa Bay had done the 3 years that they went to the Cup, is that they didn't care about taking first or anything in their division. It didn't matter. All they cared about was making the playoffs, because as long as they made the playoffs, then that was it. They knew what they had to do to get to the Cup and win the Cup, and so that they didn't care about placing and all that stuff. They was like, all right, who do we got? First round, all right, we'll go like that. Yeah. That's what you need. You need that confidence to where like you're not worrying about placement.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I see them coming back. I hope Tays comes back and scores first goal of the year.
Just like Landeskog coming back.
So I'm excited to watch this team. I think the first game I'm definitely going to watch just to see how Tays does. And, I don't see him on the second line. He'll probably be more third, fourth, just to get into it.
I see him playing maybe 10 minutes worth a game.
Like at least to start. First game, if he feels comfortable and everything, I'm assuming he'll probably play some preseason games too.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I am excited for this team. Again, the big thing is going to be the goaltending. I think is just what can they do to not work him as hard.
Mm-hmm. So it's again, they're gonna don't matter regular season. All that matters is the playoffs.
Yeah.
And that's what. Hopefully he seemed like he didn't play as well, but he still went out there and he still did it. So like I think mentally he's there. It's just his play.
Yeah.
Like I think he's just too. He just sits. Obviously he sits back too much.
And
so he needs to stay up along the crease and the top of the crease.
So I think that was
more challenging.
One of the big things a lot of people were saying, like during the regular season, it's fine because you don't have that pressure, much pressure in front of the net.
Mm-hmm.
But now in the playoffs, you're going to get all that pressure, and that's where his game gets worse because he's so far back that the guys can just shoot it on net. Yeah. And you saw a lot in the playoffs. The guys just shot it on net. It might have bounced once or twice, but
you lost too many tips.
Yeah, too many. Yeah. So yeah, stuff he's got to work on. But again, he played so many freaking games. 63 games that out of an 82 season, dude.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's too much. And when you have a goalie that's back up at a 2.3, 2.4 and a 91% save percentage, it's not terrible.
So I say, man, if you don't worry about trying to win first or whatever, it would have been fine.
So I'm excited. I miss you, buddy. Velarde miss you, but I still root for him. And not even Pearson. Pearson was used to be a king. So
correct.
And probably all these guys were at one point. Actually, Luke Shen was a king at one point. Yeah. Okay, number 2, Dallas. 50, 26, and 6 with 106 points at 53 plus. 28, 10, and 3 at home, and 22, 16, and 3 at away. Power play 17th. They should get a little bit better.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Enough, their power play was that bad.
And then PK at 4th. We've already talked about one guy, Martian, went to the Kraken.
Mm-hmm.
You want to take a crack at who?
They acquired defense in Kolya Chinook.
Jeez.
Yeah, for that, I pretty much put that up there because they got rid of Matt Dumba. They moved on from Matt Dumba from picking him up, signing him, or getting his big contract, and they move along away from it. And I think that was for the best because you have an upcoming stud, Thomas Harley, who I think they signed or they're going to need to get a deal done for him. But yeah, he really showed up in the Four Nations and then really for them in the playoffs. So he's one of their new up and coming D that's gonna they don't need done before.
Yep.
And they extend Ben for 1 year needed, and then Foxka for 3 years, which is a depth signing. Extended Matt Duchene for 4 years, which. That is huge, obviously, because he is their best point getter.
Point per game.
Yeah, and then the year prior, he was the same thing. And so, he was just on 1 year contracts, and now they finally get him, lock him in for a few more years. And then, they obviously, after their loss to
well, there's a bit of drama, too.
A little bit of that drama. But, they had to let go of their head coach, Pete DeBoer.
Yep.
Right? And they hired Glenn Goulet's son.
Yep. The big thing out of what they've done this offseason is that I think is Jamie Benn. This is his last year.
Yeah.
At least for the Stars. Doesn't mean he has to have a crazy amount of goals or points this year, but
cup.
He needs the cup. I think that's why he wanted to stay. He wants that cup. He hopefully this coach brings something else. Peter, has never been that great when it came playoff times, his system. So hopefully this Glenn can come in and just give these guys something different to look at.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see them up. I guess they're number 2. These top 3 were all fighting for 1 this whole year.
I mean, it all that matters is come playoff time and beating your opponent.
Yep. So, goaltending, you can't,
I just hope Ottinger can play a little bit better.
I hope Ottinger can play really good.
He needs to be a little bit better.
If everyone can stay healthy,
they have a stud team.
They got a stud team. I like what I see on paper right now. So,
and their defense is I like their D a lot. I mean, Bishop played great. Lundqvist played great during the playoffs.
Yeah.
And both those guys are 20s, mid-20s. I mean, Bishop's 21 freaking years old. And he played phenomenal for the playoffs for them. And then Harley, he's going to be getting extended, no doubt about it. And then with Heiskanen coming back from injury, they needed him to come back, I think, a little bit earlier than he did last year for playoff time, just so he could get some wheels under him. But with again, healthy, if that D-core can stay healthy, that's one of the best D-cores, if not the best for the NHL right now.
Yep.
I mean, obviously you can't. It's hard to beat, Quinn Hughes and Cal McCarr, but for the whole core, all 6.
Yeah, I'm excited for these guys. Again, they're a fun team to watch. I wouldn't mind going to Dallas and watching a game because it seems so much fun.
I know, and then with a full year with Rantanen, you get Rantanen a whole year. No drama, no nothing. He's ready to freaking play.
Yeah.
That power play is going to be top 10 now.
Yeah,
with Rantanen, so you don't need to. It was 17th, so you don't need to worry about that. That's going to come down to at least top 10, and so you just keep it up with the penalty kill.
Yeah,
and it's an easy. Yeah. These guys are easily making the play. It's just, can they get it done?
Yeah, and this is the year for it. Again, Ben 36 doesn't mean he can't go and play anywhere, but he doesn't want to go. I don't think he wants to play anywhere else. From what his his story,
he ain't never leaving Sagan.
Yeah, so I'm excited. Again, another team to watch for. They're close, in the COVID year to winning it, and
young too. They're just as young as any other team. Dude.
I like it, man.
That's GM.
Yeah. Colorado, another team that's going to be very fun to watch. 49-29-4 with 102 points, plus 43. Home record at 26-12-3, and away 23-17-1. 8th in the power play and 12th in the PK. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Did a lot of extensions.
Yeah, needed to, because they got those signings they got during the season.
Yep. Brock Nelson, Parker Kelly, Josh Manson, and then Brett Burns.
I put him just because he's going to be a bottom guy, but it's Brett Burns. It's the beard guy, so you got to put him in.
Yeah, Again, this is a team that you really don't you have to worry about, but we don't have to really worry about them not making the playoff. The Woods and goaltending, a good tandem. I like that. Like you said, Brett Burns, I think he's a good fit for this core.
Mm-hmm.
He's not having to be relied on so much.
40 years old, brother.
But he looks like a tank.
I know.
But he doesn't have to be relied upon like he did in Carolina.
No.
So I think this is a good fit.
Because they need more of a stay-at-home D guys.
Yep.
Because you already have Taves and McCarr to kind of move up and be offensive.
I like their bottom 6. They're not terrible. But if they need something, that's where they should go. They need to figure something out. Maybe again, they did good without much difference. But look, if they're having any trouble again, like they kind of did last year, they'll have to look there. But cap space is going to be tight for them, I believe.
Yeah.
So. Hopefully O'Connor can come back healthy. He's injured reserve right now. But, just a team that maybe, bottom 6 don't look good, but that top 6 can get stuff done.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. And hopefully Nichushkin can have a better year than he did last year, because he had a career year the year prior to last year, and then he kind of fell off a little bit last year after coming back from being suspended. And so then they get a full year of Nichus as well.
Yep.
And so that's going to help out. I mean, him and McKinnon already link up so well. And then Lehkonen he's just a young stud.
Yep.
He's coming. Next is 30. But who was the other one I was thinking of? I think of somebody else, but no. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. And then
something to look for, though. Sorry to interrupt, but Makar,
he's got to get signed again.
5'6". He's already at $9 million. He's going to probably be one of the highest paid defensemen in the league. So something to look out for here in the next couple in the year or so. But yeah, good.
Because they got rid of their young kind of prospects. I mean, Callum Ritchie, they traded away midseason, to pick up some of those guys.
Yeah.
So they went all in last year in a way, but they managed to keep what they got. So
yeah, Nelson will have to have a bigger year.
He was a little disappointing come playoffs. He didn't really play that well at all.
Yeah, so just
for them, so he needs to really step it up.
Yeah, so to see him hit a 3 years, 7.5 is kind of nuts, but
that's just for a center.
Yeah, so we'll
centers
see.
are hard to come by.
That is true.
Face-offs matter.
Face-offs matter. Minnesota, fourth in this division, 45-30-7 for 97 points, minus 11. 22-17-2 at home, 23-13-5 away. Power play and penalty kill, not the best. 20th and 30th. PK definitely has to be better.
Which with their young studs, you think that power play would be way better.
But they just can't find a way to score. I know they had a bunch of injuries. Kaprizov, 41. Again, Kaprizov has not had a full season in the NHL. He's been hurt. But again, 40. He would have been 100-point
way over.
If he had a full season. Zuccarello, 69 right there. You had Rossi that stepped up, Boldy that stepped up. But again, Kaprizov is where they run through. Same with Zuccarello. Those two guys that got hurt, it just sucks. They got rid of Frederick for
just a fourth-round pick.
They signed Nick Strome. They re-signed Rossi, and they picked up Tarasenko.
Which is just depth for Tarasenko.
Yeah, Tarasenko. Third line is probably where you'd see him, and then he can help on that power play. Again, it's not enough, I don't think. And Kaprizov is on a year where he's got the blank check, but
can't get rid of him. They have to sign him.
You have to sign him, but
you got to make him happy.
He hasn't it would suck to be getting him paid one of the highest players and not having a full season. That's what sucks.
You have to with what he's already shown you. He's already shown you what he can do. You can carry that franchise basically.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's going to be tough. If Kaprizov can have a full game, I could see them making a chance for a wild card spot. Kaprizov gets hurt.
Well, the team itself needs to just stay healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, you had Joel Eriksson out with Kaprizov as well, and that hurts. And right now you have Brody now, which is a top D, but they're already kind of really pretty good on D. I mean, you have Biome, whoever he's on. He's just that youngster who just came in last year, midway through, or just playoff wise, and I think honestly he could be better than Faber when it comes up whenever he gets up to that same age as Faber is right now, and so they kind of are doing really good on D. So if Brodin comes back, you could look at some trade values to pick up some offensive value.
Yeah,
somebody at least to use it to make. You could maybe, I don't know if I'd say want to move on from Faber, but Brodin, he's 32. You could pick up somebody in the bottom. Or even in the top. I don't know if you could maybe get a second or third line. Yeah, just to help Kaprizov out.
They need something, dude. They need something in offense. That's where they're gonna hurt. Yeah, Tarasenko, I don't think is the answer. I do like their top 6 are their top 3 lines. I like Strome. That's not terrible. He'll probably help you on that PK. They do have a solid center line. I'm not gonna downgrade that, but
Johansson needs to have a better year, but these guys are getting up.
So their third line is 34-year-olds. Johansson's 34, so Zuccarello's 37. He's one of their best players. So it's just it's tough. They need better offense. I didn't like what they did in the offseason.
Maybe Ogren will get a little bit of more play time and he'll pick it up somewhat.
Yeah. So, but another one that's gonna be fun is St. Louis. Yep. And they're going to probably be in that 1-2 2 or 3 even this year. They're going to be moving up great. 44, 38, and 96, plus 21. 24, 14, and 3 at home is great. Away, 20, 16, and 5, not bad. Power play, 16th. Penalty kill, 27th. I'm not, penalty kill gets better, but, gosh, dude. Dylan Holloway did great for first year. And same with Thompson. Thompson plays a healthy year. Same with Holloway.
And then if Holloway got to stay with Edmonton.
Yeah, no, that'd be crazy.
Maybe they should have cared a little bit more, because I just saw something today on how when they were talking, when he was in contract talks with Edmonton and everything, that Edmonton just didn't seem to care too much about keeping him or anything like that. So he's like, all right, well, basically screw you guys.
Yeah, wasn't he with McDavid when all that turned out?
It was a bad situation. Yeah. They played it wrong. Edmonton screwed it up. Like where they're at now.
So Nick Leddy was placed on waivers, got picked up by the Sharks. Mm-hmm. They signed Suter for 2 years. Nick, they also signed for 2 years, and also signed Joel Heffer for 2 years. So
yeah, they didn't really do much.
Yeah,
nothing really. They just kept everybody was already on.
Yeah, they didn't have to do much. Krug, I believe I've heard that he was done. He was not coming back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I can't remember.
But yeah, Broberg and that deal as well. I like this team.
Mm-hmm. And then Snuggerud, he'll get a full season now since he came in halfway. I think close to the end of the season, and he did good. And so it's even now you have him coming in for a full season. It's just even more exciting for that.
I think the biggest thing was because this was the coach. The coach is such a big deal.
Well, they got what they wanted.
Yeah, they got what they wanted. They wanted right when he was available. They picked him up, and Boston suffered for it, and they did not. It took them a while, but at the end they clicked. They clicked on everything. Mm-hmm. So this team. If I had to pick a team that would be a President favorite trophy winner, this would be the team because of what they did last year.
I don't know about President's trophy.
Yeah, dude, if Binnington can be on top of his game like he did last year, he
wasn't on top of his game until after Four Nations. Though,
that's what's going to be the big thing. If their goaltending can be struggle bus. So we'll see what happens. But I really like this team. I really do. I won't put them there, but don't be surprised that they like the Jets, right?
Yeah.
Or even Washington last year. They kind of surprised everybody.
Mm.
This would be my team that would surprise everybody. So we'll see. That's a bold prediction.
Very.
Utah, Mammoth, or whatever. I don't even know if that even is legit.
Yeah,
still.
It's the Mammoth.
Yeah, but they've been having some legal trouble, I believe.
Oh, really?
About it, yeah. Still, because, Anyways, Utah, they went 38, 31, and 13 for 89 points, minus 10. Home record, 18, 15, 8. Away, 20, 16, 5. Power play, 10th, and PK, the 15th. So, they want to get better.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Arizona. Arizona being Arizona. I don't really know much. I mean, extended Jack McBain 5 years. Signed Vitek Vanacek for 1 year. And signed Nate Schmidt for 3 years. Brandon Tanoff for 3 years. They get J.J. Peterka from Buffalo for Michael Kesselring and Josh Doan. And then they extend Peterka for 5 years after picking him up. So they made some interesting moves. Signed some guys. Schmidt from Florida.
Yep.
So he's got a couple championship Stanley Cup rings. Brandon Tanoff, bring him over. Sign him, and they bring Vanacek in, and he's not much of a decent goalie, but I'm sure he could do a little bit better than Ingram could have done, because Ingram kind of had an off year this last year.
Yeah.
And then JJ Peterka goes from
Buffalo,
one bad situation to another.
Yeah.
and it's funny because most of the guys that leave Buffalo end up doing good and doing pretty well.
That's what I'm going to say.
So, could be for the best.
I like it. I really do. It kind of sucks that they got to get rid of Josh.
Yeah, I know, because he was a young up-and-coming.
And his dad played for them,
Yeah,
but, it's business. I understand.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if you just look at it, honestly, not terrible. Really, penalty kill is not terrible. Power play is not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Goaltending is going to be that almost a big issue. Now, again, Jersey, I love Jersey, LA guy. He was good. Manta played for LA. He's also not bad. Schmidt had a crazy year. Mm-hmm. They got
Sergachev last year in that trade.
So I'm not.
Defense, I think they're pretty solid. Goalie's shaky.
Exactly.
Very shaky. So that's a hard sell.
But
they only really have like 1.5 lines. I don't know. I think McBain should be moved up.
Yeah, probably. But overall, they're still working their way up. But yeah, defense here excites me, and that's probably it.
I know.
Goaltending is going to be your issue, but you never know, of course.
I mean, we're going to see Clayton Keller, Captain America, on Team USA. So
there we go.
So he better stay healthy. That's all I care about.
Yeah. Here's a big one. Nashville, the biggest shock of all last year.
No idea what the hell to do with them this year.
Yeah, so 30, 44, 8, and 68, minus 60. 20 and 18 and 3 at home. Not bad. Their away sucked.
Horrible.
At 10, 20, yeah, 10, 26, and 5. Power play the 18th. Penalty kill 7th. That's great. Power play, yeah, it could be better. It needs to be a lot better with the guys they have.
You've got Stamkos sitting there who's got the hell of a shot. You can't. You couldn't get anything.
Yeah,
like, Jesus.
So no one a point per game at all.
Really lackluster.
Yeah, it just wasn't great. Really wasn't.
I think they just had it was too many number one guys.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's just like you see this team. This is like a team you make on freaking NHL.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh yeah, cup.
Yeah.
And you sim all the games and you go 0-82.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the how?
Yeah. So they acquire Eric. I like that. A good pickup.
Mm-hmm.
They got rid of a defenseman, but they also picked up from Vegas, like we talked earlier, with Nicholas. And yes, they don't have a deal with
Angelista, which needs to be done sooner, better, more than later. Because I don't know. There has been. I was trying to look this up. There's been nothing of the sort between these. There's been nothing on the meet. It's crickets. So I have no idea. And this was. I looked at this last week, at the end of last week, like Thursday. And so I between then and now, deals has still not been done.
Yeah, again on paper, dude, this looks great. It really does.
I mean, their top 6 is nasty.
Yeah, even with Eric, like if you talk to a lot of these guys on the team, they just literally said we don't know what's going on because we just can't score.
Yeah, which is like
they're like we just don't know what it is, and so like it could be just a fluke thing.
Yeah,
and that they can't score. Like look at Stamkos. 27 goals, 26 assists, like 53 points. Like
he took forever to even get going.
Yeah,
too. That was the thing too. It wasn't even halfway through the season until he finally got going.
So yeah, I personally, I'm still on this train of. I personally think they can do good, but man, dude,
they added depth by adding Haig to D.
Yep, so I like that.
Went deep for defense.
Yep, and that's going to help out with your power play as well.
Mm-hmm.
But dude,
Saros had a bad year as well.
Yeah, Saros needs getting signed to not live up to his potential. But again, I wouldn't be mad if they go out for another guy like Eric, to help him down there. But again, they got young guys that they want to incorporate in, and I'm really not upset with it. I'm excited what they can do. Hopefully this year they can do better, and I'm really hoping it's going to be good.
It's going to be interesting. Carl Strotz is going to be fired as your GM.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I think, what is it, Burnett? Andrew Burnett? I don't know if he's still the head coach or not.
Yeah, well wait and see.
Yeah.
All right. Nothing, can't end it off without the good old Chicago Blackhawks. Good at 25, 46, 11 for 61 points, minus 70. 15, 20, and 6 at home, 10, 26, and 5 away. It's just funny how we go down and like we start with like the high people and like they're all like 30 or 20 something and then it's like 10, 15 wins.
Yeah.
Like this is crazy. So power play 7th, crazy good at power play.
Mm-hmm.
PK not bad at all either.
No, actually,
so to me it's terrible. Goaltending is your guys' issue, right?
I think that should be solved now this year. I think that should be solved now with Spencer Knight coming in.
Yep, Spencer Knight. And they get like again, they get Andre
Burkowski help out a little
bit. They signed Ryan
Donato
re-signed
Soderblom for 2 years, and then they're firing their head coach. They hire Jeff Blashill as the new head coach, and then they extend Frank Nazar III for 7 years, which was last week.
Yeah. Connor Bedard is a stud.
This is the year. This is the year of if what happens after this year with him. That's why next season is going to be nuts,
we got a few guys. Yeah, we're the Connors are needing contracts, and so we'll see what happens.
Ovi, Malkin, all those guys.
So it's going to be again, they're not going to do much of anything.
No.
Ryan hopefully can help out Bedard a little bit. Same with Andre. I guess that first line's going to be fun to watch, to be honest.
Donato and Burakovsky.
Teravainen has been nothing this last year. But, Spencer Knight, if he can come in, a young guy.
Knight and Soderblom. So you replaced your goalie. You have Knight, now he's your starter, and then Soderblom to help him back up a little bit. It's not the greatest, but it's something.
Picked up Vlasic. Or re-signed.
I think that was on waivers.
Yeah.
Them up on.
So
it was like, ugh.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they can do. They're not going to do much, but they're going to be fun to watch.
Young.
You know what excites me is the power play. 7th overall. That's amazing, dude. You're a top 10 power play, and you're like the worst team in the league.
I know.
That's crazy. So
capital. That's the only way they could freaking score a goal.
Yeah. So I am very excited.
5-on-5.
Yeah, very excited about that. I'm stoked about that team. They're gonna be a fun team. Like if there's a Blackhawks and Sharks game, I'm gonna watch it because of those young guys. Because that's how fun it's gonna be. So
watch how sad and depressed Bedard's playing.
Yeah, exactly. So
hopefully he has a better year and his attitude's a little bit better this year.
Yeah. So, but guys, there we have it. There's the Western Conference again this week. It's video, and then there's video 2 weeks from now.
Or a week and not next week, but the week after.
Yeah, so 2 weeks. Yeah. You're going to be about the same length. We went pretty quick in that Central Division.
Towards the end after we're like, oh, it's been 30 minutes and we've done 4 teams.
Yeah, so
we better get moving.
Yeah, so we'll go a little bit quicker. But guys, we're excited. Hockey's back.
Yeah.
We're excited to showcase everyone here in South Dakota. We're here to hopefully get some more interviews with more people. We'll see what's going on. So very exciting news, man.
It's gonna be a busy one. That's why another reason why we're doing, if you guys are wondering why we're doing every other week, is because all the live streaming games that we're going to be doing every weekend, we at least need to see our families at least for 1 week, or else our wives will kill us. So
for sure. But very excited on everything, guys. And anything else?
No, I'm just ready. Hope you guys are ready, and hopefully we're ready.
All right. Just like how we ended all last year. If you guys haven't already, hit subscribe here on YouTube. We got TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. We get some little tweets out. Hopefully we got to figure that out.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube will do a lot of shorts or little reels, stuff like that. So make sure you guys subscribe, hit likes on those. And again, there's going to be times we'll probably get some giveaways out this year. So make sure you tune in and get ready for that.
Read the description too.
Yeah, there you go. So see you guys all in 2 weeks.
Peace
out.